Okay, and now we're getting into the game 2. We see Rock, Timo, Karma, Morgana, and then Nidalee for the blue team, while Draven, Makai, Blitzcrank, Talon, and Warwick for the red. And not going to be an ideal place for Talon as there's 4 exhaust on the side of the blue. So he's gonna have a hard time trying to get an assassination onto anyone. Yeah, I'm just saving up my voice until we get into the game, so I won't have a total collapse within in-game, hopefully. So as we see a lot of exhausters for the side of blue, but then there's a lot of TPs for the red side. So once they get their turrets down on that lane, they can manage to use the teleports to a maximum level. Only one ignite this time actually is taken as Nidalee and Draven have those ignites. It's mites on their team. So ideally they would wanna use those smites on the laning phase to get those big minions just to secure the gold from those big minions. And now we're finally getting into the champion loading screen. And after that we'll get into game 2 out of 3. We're almost halfway there. No special skins coming out for this game from none side of the teams. Raven just looks weird without his mustache. and we're into the game. So remember, only boots and a boot trinket available for the first time buy. And it's interesting to see where the champions will go. Looks like Maka is going top lane. Karma's going top lane, Morgana is going top lane, Neo is going bottom, and Timo's going mid. Actually, Lux forgotten to buy items at all, so she's having to recall back to base. So, we middle. And actually, the red team is trying to. I don't know what they're trying to do. They should be going on to their lanes that they have been assigned to. And is Warwick going bottom lane? It's a little bit messy.
Minions have spawned.
Just trying to get these sorted out.
Is this what they call getting stomped?
And there's the first dark bind not hitting on the Makai, but Morgana takes a turret shot instead. So, okay, so it's a double mid lane. Actually, what's Blitz doing? Is that a triple middle? Because Blitz should be on his lane. That's not allowed, that he's just sitting in the bush. We need to get an official ruling on that one, because he should be on a lane. Okay, so now he's finally gone onto the middle lane. Meanwhile, the Analog's trying to do some damage onto the Warwick on the bottom lane, but Talon takes a lot of damage from the Teemo, who has flat out AP masteries. And Maka eating another dark binding on the Tremendous Soil, but the blue team takes a lot of damage from the turret shots. So that is a triple middle, interestingly enough. So, but there's a not first hook onto the Teemo, and there's first blood for the Talon. And oh, it's a light. Actually, need to be. Actually, Talon needs a lot of turret shots. Actually, gets executed in the end. For me on the top lane, the duo has forced the Maka late, but Warwick actually eats a light punching. Actually, Lux flashes in for the basic attack, kicks the kill on the Warwick. Okay, so we have got an official ruin. The ruins are okay with Blitzcrank. So no punishments being handed out for the red team. But it's interesting to see if the lane matchups were assigned or either decided. But right away they're gonna get a lot of damage onto the mid lane turret, and that opens up 3 guys roaming. around the map thanks to those teleports, so they're gonna be sudden. Maokai eats a lot of damage, but another turret shot actually working in his range. And Teemo's not having the best lane to go against 3 members. But he's still farming up pretty nicely. Only Draven having a significant CS lead over anyone. Yeah, the red team is just forcing their way for that team. Actually, Teemo gets hooked it, and Blitz, it's way too many turrets, so goes down and return kill for the Teemo. But now the red team is gonna get that kill onto the turret on the bottom lane. Oh, and Morgana chooses the taunt, and the sapling takes him down. So not respecting the damage. There's actually the turret destroyed on the middle lane. So now that opens up 3 members of the red team to roam around. And Blitz is already making his way down on the bottom lane. Middle is kinda low. Actually, he's going to intercept them. He's going in, there's the overdrive, and they get knocked off, there's the hook. And that's you on the middle. And the blue team has a lot of stakes going in, as if they lose, they are not going to win the tournament, as they lost the first game. So they're 0-1 at the moment. So they have to basically pull out all the stops, as this is their final game. Trying to see if they can manage to go 1-1. Immediately, actually goes a little bit too deep. Tries to get the bounce onto the Warwick, but Draven is there. Yeah, actually still wanted to bounce in, but takes a lot of damage from Draven. There's Locks to back him off, but is he thinking enough? Draven eats another spear, but it's not gonna be enough. Maokai popping that ultimate. They're wanting to go in, they go into Karma. A lot of damage from that ultimate of Maokai, but Morgana is creating the kill, gets kill on the Talon with the basic attack, and now Morgana gets the double kill on the top lane. So the kills tied up at 4 for both teams. And the gold width is pretty much even, with only a few hundred gold. And Draven eats a light binding, and a spear shot finishes up the kill on the Draven. Meanwhile, Talon and Blitz are on the middle lane on the Teemo, and Teemo chooses to go up against Talon, but now he's gonna force away. But he still has the hook available, so he can't run too far. He tries to get the kill, actually manages to get the kill. And Warwick ulting on the Nido, he gets the kill. There's the final spark. And here's the ultimate from Morgana. Morgana is gonna pick up that kill. Who has a stinger already with those ninja tappy. And Draven getting a vampiric scepter, so he's gonna have some nice bit of lifesteal item to go along with that AD carry build. At least the first item going. there's the whirling jet. Not doing a whole lot, trying to clear out the mini waves, not able to do that as the blue team pick up that turret. So all lane except bottom lane available for the blue team to roam around the map. Bottom lane. Sensing something are moving a little bit towards that dry bush. And there's the hook hitting onto the logs, and she should be dead, and Town picks up that kill. That one's first item is gonna be a Tormail. Interestingly enough, not a whole lot of AD coming up so far, except for the Karma. Oh, there's Teemo. Now roam back onto that bottom lane. They're gonna see if they can get some damage. But there's a hook actually coming onto Karma. Karma's gonna go down and they trade kills. Down for Karma. But now Makai has been left alone on that top lane, so he's gonna push that turret. And then he's gonna have the freedom to roam as well. The Teemo getting a haunting guy, so very nicely. Nice item, first item for the Teemo. And now all auto turrets are gone for the blue team. And Makai is gonna get the top lane. Warwick still having to stick on the bottom lane. And now the blue team is moved up onto the dragon. They're gonna pick up the first dragon of the game. Raven is there, so there's gonna be some bit of challenge. The light binding and the dark binding misses totally. There's the exhaust. Tries to finish up the kill with the final spark. And Neo is gonna pick up that kill. Morgana goes with the ultimate onto Talon. Talon's gonna go down. But now the rest of the red team. There's the hook onto Lux. Lux gets... no, it doesn't get knocked up in the end. But it's Teemo who gets knocked up. But Karma is there to secure the kill. To secure. Blitz goes down to the Teemo in the end. But Makai is still pushing on the top lane. He's gonna take some damage onto that inner turret. While that was all going down. But there's Karma, so he's a little bit surrounded. And he doesn't have mana, so he knows that he is not gonna get away. Morgana is gonna pick up that kill with the Dark Binding. And Teemo recoiling just over the wall. Raven not seeing him. And picking up that free kill. So both Karma and Morgana are going for that Nashor's Tooth first item. But there's Blitz on the side, nearly jumps in, but he gets ulted immediately by Warwick. A wild hook goes and it misses totally everyone. Raven gets CC a little bit, has to back away. But now the blue team is having to run away from the Blitzcrank. But they're actually gonna trade it. And Blitz is gonna go down to the Karma. Actually, this is breaking the rules. Warwick is on the middle lane, but the turret has not gone down on the bottom lane.
Shut down.
Yeah, that's a violation of rules from the Warwick. So that team fight would have gone a little bit different as Warwick would have not been available for that team fight. So it's interesting to see if the host decides to have some sort of punishment on the Warwick about this case. Blitzcrank is now teleporting onto the bottom wave. He's teleporting in a bad place actually, it's a 3v2. Nearly picks up the kill on the Blitz and actually picks up a double kill. So a very poor TP from Blitzcrank. Draven has that Essence Reaver, but he gets locked up by the CC and the Dark Binding. He goes down to the Morgana. And Morgana going for the Hextech Revolver, second item. And there's the ultimate from Warwick, doing some night damage onto the Nidalee. But Nidalee is staying alive. No, he goes down to the Warwick in the end, thanks to that Melamoon. But the blue team is pushing that middle lane turret.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
And they get it. So first items all around. So Nestor Suits for Karma and Morgana. Re-entry's Torment for Teemo. And another Nestor Suit for Lux. And a Melamoon for Nidalee. And also going for the Nestor Suit. So Nestor Suit all around for the blue team. And there's a hook. Missing out just barely. But now Teemo gets bleeded up by the Karma. There's this final spark, dealing some nice damage with that PNG's Codex. Maokai gets locked up by the Dark Binding. Now actually Morgana is in the middle of the team. He gets an instant double kill thanks to the ultimate. And now Draven is in the middle of the blue team. Teemo is gonna pick up that kill. But meanwhile, Nidalee is pushing onto that top lane. Nidalee having a great time with her build so far, as there is you can't go wrong with the Nidalee build, as she is both available as a bruiser and as an AP mage. And there's a TP from Warwick to save that turret. The turret still hasn't gone down for the blue team on the bottom lane, so Warwick still has to stay on that bottom lane. Another blue team. Draven is a little bit caught misplaced, but he's okay with the stand side. And there's a hook for the Nidalee, but Nidalee is just gonna punch away. And there's Maokai. Tries to see if he can go in. And now Draven has re-entered the fight, but he takes a lot of damage. There's a Karma CC. Is he gonna go down? Karma is so close, he gets it. And meanwhile, Teemo gets a kill on the Talon. And Karma gets a double kill front side with another basic attack. There's a CC lock from Karma. Maokai gets locked up. And now, in the bottom lane, Warwick is still on there. Morgana uses the ult. There's the final spark. And Warwick goes down. That's an ace for the blue team. And now the blue team is going for Dragon number 2. And they should pick that one but without resistance. So, double Liandra's Torment for the blue team, and actually it wasn't a Nashor Stud, it was a Zephyr for the Karma. But still, well, that's a double Nashor Stud already for the Morgana and the Lux. Teemo picking up the Seas Portal Guide. And Nidalee actually taking that a little bit low. Is he gonna... No, he gets executed. But he doesn't get them. Lux having to flash away from the damage of Draven. And he should get away. Draven uses the speed off. Is it gonna be enough? Just a stand. Oh, one more basic attack. No, the shield is actually keeping... Oh my god, the shield is keeping Lux alive. Holy... No way! So the shield of Lux keeps her alive, and then the turret decides to shield her as well to protect from those basic attacks of Draven. Unreal. But now the red team has a chance to push down onto that top lane turret, bottom lane turret. Actually, Blitz goes a little bit too close. He hits a Dark Binding on the Tormented Soil. He goes down to the Morgana. There's Morgana using that ultimate on the Warwick. Warwick's trying to finish off the turret, but he's not able to. There's a standard line. Actually, the blinding shot from Teemo is gonna pick up the kill on the Draven. Now Maokai goes in, but he's gonna go down to the Karma. And that's another race. But they put him, and the turret still survives. Now the blue team wants to push down on the bottom lane turret, but there's a TP coming up from Blitzcrank. He gets the hook, but he misses everything and he just goes instantly down. And the blue team is gonna pick up that turret. Down now goes in with the damage, but there's not enough damage. Exhaust, keeping everyone alive. Now Warwick hits a Dark Binding and the CC lock from nearly a triple kill. Meanwhile, Teemo is on the top lane, pushing, counter pushing that minion wave. And oh, Morgana again tries to get a little cheeky. And nearly actually jumping into the Raven, but it's on the turret, and the help of Maokai, they're gonna pick up that kill. So triple Nessus stood for the blue team. And Teemo is still pushing onto that top lane. Now the red team is pinging for that turret, they wanna take it down. So bad, there's nothing else that they would want as much. The blue team is pinging it, but it's gonna be too late, it's gonna go down. And finally Warwick is available to go to other lanes. And they're not stopping there, they wanna put them onto that inner turret. And meanwhile, Teemo is pushing the inner of the top lane turret. Nearly punches in, he gets the kill on the turret. Warwick ult is Karma, and Maka is gonna pick up that kill. There's the ultimate from Morgana, he's gonna lock up two members of the red team. Nidalee is still jumping onto the Maokai. Maokai eats a Dark Binding from Morgana, he's gonna go down. And Teemo got the turret, and they're not reacting to it. Dark Binding almost hitting, but not quite, as Morgana is still chasing. Warwick wants to play around with the minion wave, actually goes down in the end to Nidalee. Very close actually. Teemo counter jungling a little bit. Takes that red buff away from Draven, who has picked up a Brutalizer with his Essence Reaver. Dragon coming up in a little bit over a minute. The red team has to do something, they have to contest it or something. They're reaching the dragon points where they really don't want to let them have any much more. But the red team is now trying to move in for the remaining members of the blue team on the middle lane, which is looking to get a pull, but everybody just bounces away. So he's entered into the jungle, looks for Karma, but Karma has already speeded herself away from harm's way. Meanwhile, the both side lanes are pushing for the favor of the red blue team. There's the final spark to clear those mini waves and deal some nice damage to 3 of the members. Blitzcrank is in the side, tries to do a pull, but misses everyone. But instead it's a spear shot from Nidalee. And Lux actually getting a Mecha Soul Steer, that's pretty big for her. It's already gotten 16 stacks. And Teemo chasing a little bit onto the Warwick with the tanks at the red buff, slowing them down a little bit. Another blue team is moving for Dragon, and that's gonna be another uncontested Dragon. Number 3 for the blue team. And Morgana getting that Witch Bane to go with those basic attacks. Meanwhile, Maokai has a Trinity Force and a Sunfire Cape. And Timo wants to cancel out those recalls for the red team, which is staying around the corners. Tries to see if he can get a pull onto anyone, but they're a little bit on the wrong side of the minions. There's the Dark Binding and the final spark actually gets a kill. And they're pushing onto that inhibitor turret on the bottom lane. Draven gets eaten by the Light Binding and the Dark Binding on the Tormented Soul. He's gonna go down. Karma's gonna pick that one up. And Morgana actually picking up the kill on the Warwick. Now Maokai goes in with a Twisted Advance. He picks up the kill on the Nidalee. But there's not enough damage to follow it up. So he goes down. And Blue Team is gonna pick up the first inhibitor. And are they actually gonna keep pushing? Actually, Talon gets eaten up by those bindings, and on the Torment Soul, he's gonna pick up that kill. And the Blue Team is gonna keep going. They managed to pick up one turret, then they pick up the second one. Hook misses, gets us only a minion, but Blitzcrank goes down to the damage. There's the exhaust coming out from the Blue Team, and Draven goes down. The Blue Team are pushing. And there's the Nexus turret. The Nexus is all wide open. And they should be able to finish unless Red Team manages to get a nice pull. Warwick gets hit up by a Binding and he goes down. And now the Blue Team are just get the Nexus.